Welcome to the Real CP Show. I'm your host, CP. And today's topic, who again is delaying marriage and chooses children when they want, but gaslighting at the same time? Yes, yes. See, in this 21st century, under the deadliness of white feminism, which is the right perpendicular of the next most demonic and mental manipulation force that has ever existed, right by supremacists. Like relaying this particular topic, there's this demonstrative and nonsensical fallacy of, oh my goodness, no, women are being oppressed, women are being oppressed, right? Laws are oppressing women, right? And things like that. And so I just kind of wanted to show you something to go ahead and start from this particular standpoint of how, in this system of deadly white feminism, that how they have a specifically misogynistic hatred for anything dealing with strong maleness. And they tell little white lies because they are demonic in that, right? And they don't expect numbers of males to figure it out. And there are numbers of males who have not figured it out on that. And so the thing about it is that what's going on, brother traveling Tony, good brother, man. See, there's some good brothers out there that got some good significant others, and they have peace. And I salute brothers like traveling Tony, man, good brother. And so the thing about it is, unfortunately, in this society within Americanism, they have completely just overall destroyed male masculinity. And let me sit there and just go ahead and show you this particular initial, um, this particular initial graft on this part. Give me 1 second here. Well, they have this. The Americanism have gotten a lot of males, and unfortunately, a lot of black males messed over with a lot of games. Marriage. Okay, here we go. This right here. Make sure. Let me get this right here. Okay. Make sure I get that right. This right here is showing. Make sure I get that right. Okay. This right here is showing marriage women are required by law to obey. Excuse me, 1 second here. Talks about how marriage women are required by law to obey their husbands. 1970, right? And the thing about it is, look at the number of countries on this map. So you got, Alaska, North America, North America continent, Mexico. You have Central America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, and things like that. And you got Australia and Oceania. So you see on this map countries like, again, according to this, which, by the way, you see the data source says World Bank, Women, Business, and the Law 2024. Again, World Bank, Women, Business, and the Law 2024. Marriage women are required by law to obey their husband, 1970s. Some of the countries, Colombia, Peru, French Guiana, Chile, and going to some parts of Africa, Spain, Europe, then Algeria and Mauritania and Guinea and Libya, et cetera, right? And some places in the Middle East, Iran and Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Pakistan, different things like that, right? Syria. Now, the thing about it, this is where people be like, oh my God, oh, the oppressiveness of women, right, by laws. Now let me just relay this over first. Now, in a biblical sense, now I'm not talking about religional mantra-ness, right? Because this Almighty God presence, somebody believes in Almighty God presence, gives people the thought pattern to think of themselves. And unfortunately, sometimes numbers of males don't seem to do that, right? Now, the thing about it is, the number one religion related to demographics is Christianity, right? Now, this thing called Ephesians 5, verses 22-25, talks about, this is the proverbial one: wives, submit yourselves unto your husbands as unto the Lord. Now, for the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. But under white feminism, especially within Americanism, that spreads its deadly tentacles out in various parts of the globe, they hear the word, wives, submit yourselves unto your husband, and they go crazy. They go crazy on that particular part, right? But let me go ahead and just play the time lapse, right? Let's just look at something. Look at how those places seem to dwindle, right? Let's go back again, place again. Look at 1970. You see the various ones on the various globes. And so, but when you play the time lapse, South America virgins that seem to disappear related to marriage. Women are required by law to obey their husbands, seem to disappear, right? And you have some within certain parts of Africa that still seem to remain, according to this particular information, and again, certain parts of the Middle East, etc., right? The thing about it is, and that even depends on which particular laws you're talking about. All the males saying, women, you cannot sit there and sit down at the kitchen table between 8 and 10 o'clock, or you must clean at 6:30 every couple of days. If they have kids, the kids must be fed between 4:30 and 5 o'clock, right? You see where I'm coming from, right? But see, that's the game in itself, right? You say, wait a minute, there's almost close to 200 countries on this planet. Right? But white supremacists act like that. These men are just trying to oppress women by these laws, these toxic masculinity laws. And I'm sitting there showing you that, of course, that's not true, right? But let's keep going on that. So let's keep going on that particular part. And so the thing about it is, I want to get to this other particular scenario as well, relating to relationships. Give me 1 second here. Let me get that out the way. Okay. Now, this other particular article I'm going to read, something that talks about how women are now they're now going to choose basically if and when they want to be in a relationship. Wait a minute now. But it's told by them as males that they don't want to get married. Oh my goodness. They don't believe in marriage. They just want to sit there, and have socks with women and have all these kind of kids, and especially, the propaganda. Oh, especially those black males. Oh my goodness, they surely just want to have sex with how many of women out there just spread their semen all over the place, right? Even though the majority of black males are in relationships, the majority of black males, they have child support, they pay child support on time. The majority of black males, it's been proven, that are some of the most involved males. See, the game is, if you don't know if males don't know the game, especially numbers of black males don't know the game, it's easy to be fooled. Now, what they related to this, what I was reading about, actually, let me go ahead and share this particular part, because remember, oh my goodness, males don't want to be married in a relationship. But how many males wait a minute now, they don't want to get screwed over, the ones who know I'm talking about. And at the same time, it's like, you don't tell a male what to damn do and who he marries. He wants to marry who he wants to damn marry. To hell with anybody else who thinks anything different. You don't tell a male who to damn marry when he wants to damn marry. See, it's like telling a woman about reproductive health. You got numbers of women saying, you can't tell no woman what to do. You don't control no woman's body. But at the same time, they want to control males' bodies. Give me that semen when I want the semen. When they want to have children, give me that semen. Otherwise than that, disappear from me. How many numbers of women act like that, right? See, it's all this game playing. But let me just go ahead and share this particular screen. Let me share this particular screen here, right? Give me 1 second here. Now, okay, let me make sure I get this right. All right. You see already here, it talks about ending the key points, ending the stigmatized identity of being a single woman. Strong relationships between a woman's level of education and age at the first marriage have been found. Increased gender equality allows more women to flourish outside of traditional relationship arrangements, right? Translating that, numbers of women can do whatever they want to do outside traditional relationship. You can't tell a woman what to do in a traditional relationship. Oh, but those males out there, oh, as long as you're the breadwinner out there, oh, no, I expect males to be breadwinners. Again, trying to control males. And unfortunately, there's not enough males to read through this game. And so it talked about how the shifting role of women in society, particularly in the West, that means Americanism, has led to reduced rates of marriage and fertility, as well as older age of first marriage and greater gender equality in the workforce education. See, there are some game plan, right? 1 minute you're saying that the shifting role of women in society, particularly in the West, has led to reduced rates of marriage and fertility. Say to go right past that. That's white feminism doctrine, manipulation tactic 1.0, right? You say one thing, then you do some gaslighting. Because then 1 minute you're saying the shifting role of women in society, particularly in the West, has led to reduced rates of marriage and fertility, right? But at the same time, you're talking about greater equality in the workforce and education. See the game. It talks about how, in turn, you're reading here, in turn, a more gender equal society places less pressure on women to get married and have children instead. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. In turn, a more gender equal society places less pressure on women to get married and have children. Wait a minute, but men are told, hurry up. You got to hurry up and get married too and have your kids and stuff like that and be the breadwinner, stress yourselves out and get out there and still have the most highest, should we say, taking of a person's life themselves on work, has the most workplace injuries, right? Oh, that's acceptable when it's dealing with males, right? Because in society overall, they don't give a damn about males overall unless it's dealing with controlling of maleness. Right now, there are some premises out there. They definitely don't care about males, but that's a different topic. But this society overall within Americanism and different other places, they want to control males and determine what a male should be. Right. But at the same time, feminism supremacy can gaslight all kind of people. Right. Feminism entity organizations and misogynistic type numbers of women and some sellout numbers of males, etc. Right? They want to control male thought patterns. You see how that goes, right? You see what I'm reading. In turn, a more gender equal society places less pressure on women to get married, have children. When they want to sit there and be married and have children, right, on their terms, but males, and especially black males, ain't supposed to have no say so. So this male or black males at a certain, so say like 18, this saying 29. Say there are numbers of males out there. They're still getting their thing, getting things situated, education, and trying to figure out what path to go in life, and however numbers, really not making too much amount of money in situations like that, but however numbers of good-hearted ones, stuff like that would probably like to, or ones that do want to find a good woman and this kind of be with and stuff like that. There are numbers of women, especially there are certain ones within American black womanism between 18 and 29 as well. They like, no. They want to go out there and have parties and I got to get my education on, and I don't want no males tell me what to do. I don't want to settle down, and I don't want no males trying to tell me when I'm supposed to be married. I'll control my destiny, right? And then when that male, he gets older and he's getting more settled into getting things situated with education and businesses and etc. Right? Then you got numbers of women who sit there and did not want to sit there and settle with a good man, right? And they're between those college years, 29, 30. I'm just giving an example up until that time frame. They don't want to sit there and be with the guy when he was just starting off in life. Oh, they don't want to get with that guy on that part collectively, right? So when they're out there partying and having a good time and doing their thing and getting their college education on or whatever they're doing and traveling, having their hot woman summertime or whatever they're sitting there doing and on a hot woman's trip, a hot black woman's trip, they doing the thing. You don't tell a woman what to damn do, right? But when that person, those numbers of women and numbers of black women, they're getting these different kind of guys and having sex and all this kind of stuff like that. And how many numbers of women, and especially how many other black women having multiple kids or whatever it is, the one it applies to, and say they get with the wrong man or wrong men. And now, oh, men are bad, men are dogs, right? And then I can't find no good man, but they don't want to be with a good male when they should have been a good male. See that game on that part? So continuing. Indeed, strong relations between women's level of education and age at first marriage have been found. The reason for this link, young women in education do not want marriage or motherhood at that stage. That increased career resources are associated with women postponing or avoiding having children. But again, society, collective Americanism tells males you're supposed to sit there and do whatever feminism wants them to do, right? So when these males, especially them with the black males in that early adult age bracket, right? When however numbers of good ones, they like, hey, they want to be married and building some things with this woman, and if they want to start a child or children at that time, or just want to just build together and enjoy. Oh no, how many numbers of women, especially numbers of black women, they ain't trying to hear that. I got to get my career on. I got to get my education. I'm gonna get my business on. I want to do all this kind of stuff. They don't want to get married. But when again, the male is getting older, right? And so he's getting his money up a little bit more. Be it going to school or be it going vocationary, on the job training or whatever it might be, or getting his other businesses or business, or just being productive male society, right? Because finances do not equal what a good male is. Let me say it again. Finances, or should I say finances by itself, do not determine what a good male is. So the thing about it, while they women or women, the ones applies to, especially numbers of black women, are doing a little thing in their early 20s and late 20s, or going into some 30s, doing a thing, going through different kind of males and doing all that kind of stuff they're doing, they ain't thinking about settling down, right, with a good male. But after they've been messed over and sexed up and stuff like this, and forgotten that age catches up with many numbers of women, right? You can be the finest of finest at one time, but eventually ages by time catches up collectively. And then how many want to now settle down? And then when the numbers of males, as they get older and get things situated, and some of them, parentheses, some that know the game, they're like, no, you don't tell a man what to do when he should settle down. You see what I'm sitting there reading. You see the gaslighting, right? Indeed, strong relationships between women's level of education and age at first marriages have been found. The reason for this link, young women in education do not want marriage or motherhood at that stage. And that increased career resources are associated with women postponing or avoiding having children. See how it goes, right? Notably, the advances in gender equality have given more reason to expect interaction between gender equality and singles demographics, right? Again, when that woman wants to be single, then a man must respect her single womanism. Let her live her life. She don't want to be with males. She don't want to be males. That's her business. That's her prerogative. You don't tell a woman what to do. But when she's ready to settle down, right, after she's been messed over, after she thought her degrees and things like that, her business is going to make some happiness of her life. When she feels like she wants to sit there and settle down, then the male's supposed to just be running. And go to hell with that tactic, right? Advances in gender equality and changes and changes to the role that women play in society have also affected the way in which men evaluate relationship prospects. The argument here, as gender equality progressed, in particular during the second wave of feminism, increased women's independence, freedom of choice, and autonomy, were unappealing to men who sought women with more traditional values and approaches. So the hell what? That's their damn choices. That male's choices. He wants a traditionality of women, then that's his damn choice. You don't have to damn settle. No, unfortunately, there are numbers of males who do settle like that, right? For when a woman or women wants to settle down. It's like the other day when I was taking care of some things out and about, whatever it is, and one of these times there was this woman. She was talking. She's within the Panama-based culture. She was talking. I kind of looked around a little bit. She was talking to a couple of kids of hers, and there was this guy, slim looking guy, a little bit, looks to be fit, and he looked to be just defeated. I'm sitting there observing them, right? Observational mode. She looks to be like a very controlling type person. Aura was like controlling. She was like telling the guy, I need to go over there and get whatever it is. Not, hey, baby, hey, could you go over there and get this? No. I need to go over there and get whatever it is. And he just scampered off like a little animal, right? Like a little animal. I was like, man. But again, males are supposed to settle because he definitely settled, right? And teach of his own who they love, what size, but that woman is a rail thin or dinosaur size. To their own. But the problem is that many times it's reversed, right? A woman can sit there, women, especially numbers of black women, can sit there and have their choices, right? If they want that male to, have the proverbial six pack, right? And six figures, right? And 6 feet tall, that's their choice. But if a man says, hey, I want a woman, she can be between, she can be 4'9", 4'10", 5 feet, 5'6", 5'7", 5'8". I'm just giving an example. And I need for her to be, between at least maybe 110 to 130, 35 at the most. You don't like women. You try to control women. You see that bullshit stuff? You see how that game go. But ain't enough males read through this nonsense. So the advancement of feminist issues in the workforce have been coupled with steady increases in the level of women's education, particularly across whatever it is, organization. I'm going to all that. In turn, through case studies on Italian women, such and such, showed how higher levels of education have both direct and indirect effects on the marriage rates of women. Direct, since individuals still in education are less likely to get married, so higher levels of education result in shorter period when an individual is on the marriage market. Indirect, since higher levels of education are associated with more emphasis and priority on career, right? And interesting that there are numbers of males that can be in college, getting their careers, or getting their thoughts, getting the things situated with their careers or education on, or getting certain type of business situated, and can still want to get married because they wanted to build with this woman, right? Get things done when they're in the trenches together, right? But it's reversed by quite a number of women who are like, look, they just want to go get their education on. They don't want to be with, a particular guy, right? Oh, no. They want to focus on getting their career started and their businesses started and stuff like this and having fun, because then at that beginning parts of 18 to 29, I'm just giving an example, when depending on what you're talking about, their looks are at the premium level. And so they're used to guys sweating them, and even going to certain parts of 30s, right? But again, we start getting to the upper age brackets, and instead, how many numbers of women have gotten with different kind of guys, and have soxed them up, sex them up a little bit, and left and right, and then blaming males when they hit it and quit it and leave wherever it is, and how many do that? It's like, but they picking those kind of males, right? And they get mad. You see how that goes. So I'm just gonna. Well, hold on for a second. Oh, particularly in recent years, medical and technological advances are also playing a part in women's decision to enter relationships, get married, and start families, where fertility treatments have become both more effective and more easily available. There is less time pressure on women to get married and start a family at a younger age when they are likely to be more fertile. So you're more fertile in those younger years. I'm talking about adult age years right now. I don't want to have no children in. I don't want to build with a good guy. I want to control what I want to do. I want to enjoy all these. Oh, talking about them. They want to control. They want to enjoy all these different guys sweating them, right? Because it's all fun. And as they get older, and the pickings get slim for males, especially good males that got their stuff on, then they mad that the males that want to play don't want to play that game. Man, they go to hell with that tactic. Addition, and see here. In addition to providing the physical ability for single women to become pregnant, the sperm bank industry has, in some contexts, allowed for the decommodification of sperm by personifying donations and romanticizing the donor recipient bond. Sperm banks can add significant emotional context to sperm donation that provides a representation of the enchantment that is often desired from a living male partner, therefore facilitating and easing the choice of many women to start families while staying single. The game playing, right? When the numbers of women want to be in relationships, then it's acceptable. When women does not want to be in a relationship, then it's acceptable. But the males, and especially numbers of black males, are supposed to just settle when that woman or women wants them to settle. Men are becoming even more disposable in society. And this is by supremacist hands, because they know it's easier to control numbers of women mentality, to get into the emotionary response to the numbers of women. And they understand that you cannot have a number of society control. You cannot have a collective society of strong males, especially strong black males, and try to control the society. That does not work like that. So the supremacists have to sit there and demasculize and have more feminized males out there. And teaching their own relating to alternative lifestyle categories, because there still can be some males within Harvard categories, and they numbers of them are still good males. They're doing their thing. I'm not talking about that. I'm not playing that little tactic. I'm talking about collectively, right? This society does not like strong males, especially strong black males. So they prop up numbers of women, right? Feminism supremacy, and it devalue the need for strong maleness, especially strong black maleness, right? And so I just want to just relay this over this particular topic because it is a topic of interest, because it's not talked about enough. Because in this society, again, collectively, they hate men, misogynistic people, toxic femininity. Toxic feminism, not femininity, because femininity is about, hey, the woman knows who she's about. If she doesn't, she gets around numbers of women who know about femininity, that they understand that the proverbial, you catch more bees with honey, right, than vinegar. And there are numbers of women that haven't got that concept because many can't get it. Because feminism has messed up quite a number of women, especially numbers of American black women, to think they are a mountain to themselves. And this is what this is how feminism sounds when they know that they got quite a number of women when they know they got quite a number of women, especially numbers of black women, right where they need them. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. Give me 1 minute here. 1 minute. Mm-hmm. Do I still have that one? Huh. Let me see if I still have that one. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. Let's see if I have that particular effect is when feminism supremacists, this is how they sound when they got numbers of women the way they need them to be without thinking that they're being used themselves on that. If I don't find it in a couple of seconds, I'm not going to worry about that. On that, give me 1 minute here. Let me see here. But either way, that regardless in this system of feminism supremacy, they understand that they have quite a number of women the way they need them to be. Right? And there are numbers of women who don't even see they being used themselves. And especially numbers of Black women. Right? The ones who don't see that they're being used. But at the same time, they expect also Black males to just pony up and be there when that Black woman wants them to be around. This last thing I'm going to sit there and show you, because remember, numbers of Black males are the boogeymans in various parts of society, right? That they're broke, they're no good, they don't be responsible. When it's time for child support, they're behind. No, they're not. Majority of Black males do pay on time. It's actually women in general that are the one that's behind on child support the most. But Black males in general are supposed to just settle, especially for things like this. The mentality is what I'm getting at.
That man's fault. Even it don't matter what you do, you need to be able to flip it back on him. Whatever it is, I promise you it can be turned into his fault. He needs to think that everything that's wrong is because of him. And I'm telling you, it's going to get you everything you want every time. It never fails. This is a skill that you need to master.
Yes. I thank you for tuning in to the Real CP show.